Wow.
Hello, I'm Benzie,
And I'm Devin.
and this is Holler Horror Hour. We just finished A Cold Night's Death. Easy, it's plugged in.
We made it to 11:45 of our all-night movie marathon.
Yep.
But the night might end as soon as it's tomorrow, because I am actually bad at staying up. Maybe I'm getting old.
You're an early bird, and you've always been an early bird.
I'm an early bird.
As long as I've known you, you've made lofty claims. We're going to stay up all night by 11 o'clock, just like, it's late enough.
Except when I'm on the Ubermensch.
Uberman.
Cold Night's Death. Woo!
It was a really good movie.
I was surprised. It had me for a while. But, yeah. It was a made-for-TV movie, only an hour and 15 minutes. I can see... So Devin found it on a recommendation. If you like the thing, you'll like this movie.
Yeah, I don't remember how I saw it. I think it was like some Google recommended article, something to do with the thing. I looked it up and I'm like, oh, okay, I'll throw this on my list.
Before we talk too much about it,
spoilers.
Yeah,
there will be spoilers.
High spoiler podcast.
We don't tiptoe around spoilers anymore.
But what I was gonna say is Devin looked it up for the last movie, and it was in the 1700s.
That
the thing happened.
1781.
So I was wrong.
I know it's rare, but it does tend to happen sometimes.
Admitting you're wrong is on theme for this next movie. But another thing is the Julia Gardner thing that I was like, oh, I've never heard of her before, but I loved Inventing Anna, and I just didn't recognize it was the same person, and I feel silly. It's because her hair, she didn't have the hair. So Devin hasn't seen it, and probably won't. I don't think it's his kind of show, but I thought it was great. Anyways, now back to A Cold Night's Death.
Yes.
I will say I don't want to ever watch this movie again. Because they're like every second is screaming monkeys or screaming humans.
I gotta say, I think that is what really like kind of helps create the context for this movie, because like I think part of the reason why it gets, the two obvious reasons it gets related to the thing are that like there's, it's in a very cold, isolated environment, and there's a heavy dose of like tension and paranoia in the air. Like those two things, I think, are, I can see why someone would, if they were a fan of this and a fan of the thing, they would, relate them together, because there are some very obvious similarities in terms of the atmosphere. And I do think that like part of what makes it is that like as the whole thing's going on, you've got all these like minor nuisances, and on top of it, I could just imagine being one of the scientists in this movie and just like, these fucking screeching monkeys all the goddamn time.
That's how I felt. It almost made me get in a fight with you. It almost made me lock you in a room with the window.
Good thing this is Arizona.
Different problem.
Yeah. But yeah,
I thought it was cool. It seems like from the credits that they filmed it at this research facility. So something about that is cool to me. Like, just people making fucking movies, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it was I can see why it was like made for TV, because like the plot's pretty like trippy. I don't know if anybody's like, for anyone who's seen like old Twilight Zone episodes, or
It definitely felt like Twilight Zone energy, including the music. Originally, I was saying the music felt very Star Trek to me, but yeah, Twilight Zone totally.
Yeah, and I loved the soundtrack too. It worked very well with the movie.
Yeah.
Like, I think it was a very well done and very efficient movie. Like, they do a very good job of like setting up the two main characters, kind of contrasting them, setting up who they are. It's a little exposition-y, but I think it's effective in just establishing who's who and then getting on with the movie to kind of see like how they both move along with the environment that they're given.
One thing that was funny to me is the movie kept showing the monkeys' names, like close-ups of the monkeys' names.
Yeah.
And then Devin was like, "Oh, the names are related to the historical figures they claim to be talking to,"
Right.
And I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Their names are like Augie, Allie, Freddie,
Yeah.
And then at the end of the movie, it's like revealed that their names are that thing. So I was like, I noticed early in the movie, I was like, their names matter. Otherwise, they wouldn't keep doing these close-ups on the names. But then I feel like it's funny I didn't actually get the connection at all.
I mean, I didn't notice the close-ups on the names at all. So like I think it's well established I'm not as good a sleuth as you, even if I'm maybe a little bit better at covering my tracks than you. But but like, no, the only reason I picked it up was because he said it. He said it right there, like Julius Caesar. And then I remember that, like, oh yeah, he was yelling about like the original guy was supposedly ranting and raving about talking to like Julius Caesar and shit.
I don't know why you say I'm a better sleuth. Like, I feel like you guess the plots of movie. Like, when we watched Predestination, which blew my fucking mind, and I went to show it to you, and like 5 minutes in, you're like, oh, it's the same guy. I was like, I wanted to stab you. Like,
yeah,
how dare you guess the plot right away?
He's his own mother, father, son, child, grandmother, the whole thing. He's his own worst enemy too. Yeah. I mean, like that. I didn't. That's more like I can. That's more just like me remembering, like, the answers. Why you would pick up on something like and on the names, so that's gotta mean something. I didn't even notice that.
I need you to quit telling people I'm good at Clue. It makes people not want to play with me.
I want to play with you though. I don't get that. I want to play with you and I want to beat you.
You'll beat me one day. You beat me at chess.
That doesn't mean anything. You only like just learned the rules yesterday.
I learned the rules when I was a kid. I just don't like playing.
Everybody's heard the rules like once in their life. That doesn't mean they know the rules and everything.
I did just learn what castling was yesterday.
I mean, technically, we finished that lesson off today. Your pile of feet.
Don't tell people about my feet.
I see why you keep picking that though.
It's satisfying.
It does. That's why I keep picking at my fingers.
That's the real horror movie, is our own addiction.
Yeah, I really liked it. I liked it a lot. It was a little. I thought it had just the right amount of like. I don't know. I didn't feel like it was. I feel like even though like, if you write down what the plot is, it would sound very corny. The way they did it, I thought, was very well executed, where the corniness doesn't factor in. Maybe at the end, some people like, what? The monkey did it.
It was a true mystery to me. I was like, is there a supernatural force going on, or is the movie hiding from us that he's fucking with the other guy?
Yeah. Well, and I was legitimately thinking that, like, well, maybe it's a maybe it is a case of cabin fever, because like one thing that was notable is that neither of the characters have very good interpersonal skills at all.
Which I mentioned, I don't think interpersonal skills are like when they're hiring for that job, they're not like really doing soft skills.
How do you work well in a team?
Well, they probably
I don't.
They probably
Good, you're perfect.
Ask that question, and then the guy's like, "I've been on a team before," and it's like, "Hi." Or really like, oh, you're willing to go live in Antarctica?
Yeah, they don't even ask the question.
Yeah.
How do you handle isolation is probably more what they ask. Like, oh, I'm perfectly fine with
falls around it on the ground and then
touching the water too. Like, God, don't touch the water, man.
But I loved that scene. His body acting was so good. The way he was walking.
Yeah.
The way he got into that chair from the floor afterwards. Yeah. I just like, I was in awe in that scene. The one thing is I didn't feel inside the movie enough because I was like, he is doing such good acting. Which I feel like is kind of a juxtaposition, because usually if I can like remember someone's acting, I don't feel like they're doing that good. But I think because it's the 70s, it kind of my standard is a little different, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because I was great acting.
Yeah, it was all really good, and I don't know about the other guy, but like one of the two was Eli Wallach, who's like a Frank. He's a very famous actor. I think the other guy is Robert Culp or something. Bob Culp, but I'm not super familiar with him at all. But I know Eli Wallach is a fantastic actor.
Yeah.
But
well, great job, both of them. And like a 2-character film, that's not always easy to pull off either.
Yeah.
Like, you know what?
It's got a lot of like Lighthouse.
The
vibes.
Lighthouse. That's what I was just about to say. Yeah. Like, which I think is just an incredible movie.
Yeah. They got a very good dynamic going in this, where like the two are clearly pissing each other off and at each other's throats, and like you got the same vibe of like these two aren't here because they're good at working with others.
When Frank is in his like apologetic mode and he's turned into a little ass kisser for a little bit.
Yeah.
Something about that was really funny to me.
Yeah.
Be like, you go take a shower now, Frank. And he has to just like cower and follow stuff.
Yeah.
But also in the movie, I was saying to Devin, I was like, why do they have to do that to the poor little monkeys?
these experiments.
I don't like this.
Yeah, that's actually you saying that makes me want to watch it again too, to like just look for little details like that, like it is a very well done film for what it, especially for what it is, I'd say. If I was planning like a double feature, I would definitely put it next to The Thing. Oh, for sure. The Thing or The Lighthouse even. It's a little frustrating to watch too, because at some point you kind of just want to like jump in and go like, guys, let's settle down now. Let's look at this in more of a like asking questions mode than in an accusing mode, right? Like, why was the monkey dead in the cabinet? Did I miss something? I guess the other monkeys killed him, but he was also brought in by them later, so he's not one of the original group. So I guess he was an outsider, so they fucking killed him. That's kind of sad. Anti-monkey violence. I don't like that. I know, baby, I know. I was a monkey. I wouldn't want to be that. I know, baby. I know. You are a monkey, though.
I did have to take a nap halfway through the movie. I admit I am not so good at this staying up all night thing.
What?
We had a list of like 6 movies we're gonna watch.
I think it was only 5.
Do you still feel loved by me?
You're asking that now?
Yes.
Why are you asking that now?
Well, because I know I'm not gonna stay up all night and watch any more movies.
I mean, I'm not going to divorce you over that.
Not divorced, but like, do you feel like I was like dedicated this evening to you?
I believe you. You did your best. You did your best, killer.
But we're not getting divorced.
No, we're not getting divorced.
Our Marriage, the longest running horror movie on the podcast.
Hopefully it doesn't watch that movie.
What? We would never do anything mean to Ita.
No.
We would only love her.
But maybe Sid decided to do that.
She would keep us in a cozy house with a sauna and give us food and water and kisses.
Hopefully, BB. Hopefully. I think she's happy. I hope she's happy.
I think so. I don't force her to socialize too much, and she won't force me to isolate too much.
Honestly, like that's another thing too with like the movie. Some of the experiments they were doing were like, I don't know, because like the premise is that they were doing these experiments for like in the name of like space travel, like for understanding gravitational effects on like astronauts was I think what I gathered. So like some of the experiments they did of like I don't know. So some of the experiments they did of like you know putting them on partial rations. It's like why?
Yeah, I thought they were testing their behavior in altitude. I feel like they changed too many variables, and whoever wrote the movie doesn't have experience in research.
Which makes sense.
These Los Angeles mofos.
Most movie writers probably don't know fuck all about experimenting. But, you know, I think for the purposes of the movie, you know, it's just a good foil around like, you know, humans experimenting on monkeys and then the monkeys like taking revenge.
Yeah.
You put us in the cold, we put you in the cold.
You make us eat people, we'll eat you. That's the last movie, but
yeah.
I love you so much.
Some of it that I did wonder about though was like what I don't know, like what was the end game for the monkeys? Because like they aren't going outside and shoveling water. So if that's not being done, where does the water come from? Like if the people die, ultimately like that research station like freezes and they die.
Aren't they gonna just send another human?
Maybe.
Like, I don't think they would just leave the monkeys to die. They would investigate and maybe bring the monkeys back to not that climate.
Maybe, but considering like, you know, they're taking revenge on like the meanie pants humans, like I don't know. And yeah, I'm aware that part of that's just overthinking, and it's just like it's a horror movie where there's this weird shit going on, and the answer at the end is the monkeys did it.
When did the original Planet of the Apes come out?
I don't know.
Because this almost feels like, you know how they started doing the all the modern Planet of the Apes movies?
Yeah.
This could be like a prequel to the old Planet of the Apes.
I mean, Planet of the Apes was a book, first and foremost.
Anyways, it just felt kind of Planet of the Apes to me.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh my god, I'm just gonna tell a story because it's so funny. Me and a partner were watching I think it was Rise of the Planet of the Apes torrented, and didn't get the like SRT file, so there was no translation to all the sign language, and I didn't realize there was supposed to be, and I just was like, wow, that's an artistic choice. You just like interpret emotionally what they're saying. And I watched the whole movie without any subtitles. And then later, in some other instance I was watching, I was like, holy shit.
Subtitles?
Yeah. But I didn't actually feel like I got more out of the movie with the subtitles than I got when I was just guessing what they were saying. So, but it's still funny to me.
Yeah, I
Make
imagine
sure you pirate your subtitles with your movies.
I imagine you would get like I imagine you'd just get more of like some of the detailed nuance of like what they're saying. You probably don't need that to like figure out and fill in.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of piracy, though, this movie is free.
I'm gonna make it through the night either. At least it is currently on YouTube, free of charge, which is where we watched it.
I didn't see it on any other streaming service.
Yeah, I didn't either.
And since it was like made for TV in the 70s, I think it's possible it's just like
it's in the public domain.
Nobody cares about it.
Which is a shame because it's a great movie.
Or a great thing because
yeah,
we get to watch it for free, and you could too.
And you can too.
Yeah, I actually suggest you do, and let us know what you think about it.
You know what's wild? Given what shows up when Googling A Cold Night's Death, it may be like the free movie and then this. Us talking about it.
That's actually kind of cool.
See, we're unique. Getting the trippy.
We're getting the niche shit.
The niche horror films. Not like some of those other people only sucking off the popular ones that everybody knows about.
I loved Weapons.
Weapons was so great.
There was a gun in the sky. Barbarian was that good though.
Barbarian was better.
Yeah, I want to watch Tusk soon.
I know you do.
Please.
Okay. We can watch Tusk then.
It's been a while.
Tusk.
You got more to say?
I think I'd do well in a cold, isolated environment like that.
Me too.
Oh yeah, you'd shovel the snow.
I'd thrive. No, I would cook and clean.
No, I can tell you want to shovel the snow.
I would try it with you. Not shoveling the snow, but
you would stand outside with me?
No. I would attempt being in an isolated place with you.
And you'd shovel the snow?
No, I'm not doing. No, I would cook and clean. You would shovel the snow.
What if I want to cook and clean?
You would be like Robert. I would be Frank. You'd be like, you can't survive for 15 minutes out there. Go take a shower. I'd be like, okay. I'm sorry I let the monkeys out.
It's all your fault.
So catch us next time when we do 90-day challenge, living at a remote research center in the snow.
Hopefully the monkeys don't get us.
What would we research?
How long it takes us to kill each other.
I would never kill you.
I don't believe you. See, I knew that.
I definitely, if I was gonna kill you, wouldn't put like a tiny little amount of my arsenic.
That was a different review. This is a cold night's death.
It's a marathon. You're allowed to connect things.
Look, if you want to be a professional streamer, you have to behave professionally, and that means keeping your work where it belongs.
Look at our lighting right now.
Ah, my eyes.
This is not professional in any capacity.
Says who?
That we haven't made any money? That's literally the definition of professional.
So as soon as we get $1, we're professional.
We're professional streamers, yeah.
Yeah. So good night.
Thank you.
Don't like, don't subscribe.
Or do.
Go fuck yourself.